Good morning, welcome to RevZolutions. Today, me and my friend Adam, we're off to Leeds so he can get his new motorbike. He's going to be trading in his Triumph Street Triple R for the new one. We're not going to tell you just yet what it is, however we will reveal it in stages throughout. We'll give you little hints to what he's going to be getting. We're at the Sutton Scotney service station in Hampshire, just outside of Winchester. It's about 5:30 in the morning, absolutely dead. It's a little bit fresh. It's a July morning, so fingers crossed the sunshine will pick up shortly and we'll get a bit of warmth because it is quite cold on the motorbikes. So we've got the Suzuki GSX-R 750 and the Triumph Street Triple R. Let's hit the road. So we just pulled in just outside of Oxford at the service station, grab a quick coffee and a bite to eat. It's about 6:45 in the morning. We've got about 150 miles left to go, so it's going to still take us about 2 hours to get up to Leeds. It's been quite a comfortable ride on the motorway so far. Well, we've done the A34, bit of the M40. Not much traffic at all. It's quite nice for a Saturday morning. This is Adam. So we're picking up his new bike. So Adam, what? Give us a little hint of what you're going to be getting.
It's blue.
It's blue. Okay. Is it similar to what you've got at the moment?
No, totally different.
Totally different. Okay. And why have you gone for it?
Generally because, as you know, I've got a new job and I'm going to be commuting up and down the motorways most days. Not that I don't at the moment, but it's not great on a naked bike.
Right.
And I've ridden naked bikes in the bitter winter. It's just awful.
Yeah.
So something with a little bit of a front, with a screen, with a fairing, that upright riding position as well, just to make getting to and from work a lot easier and a lot better, really.
Sounds interesting. Any ideas yet? You'll find out shortly. Okay, so we're going to stuff down our food, make our drinks, and then we're going to hit the road. Right, so we're all done at the services now, fueled up, fed, and we are ready to rock and roll. So we've got, like I said, another 2 hours left to travel. Should be nice and easy. At least if we encounter any traffic, we can just filter straight through. Hopefully when we get there, they'll have a nice range of bikes we can have a look into, walk you around the showroom and see what's on offer. When we stop at the next services, we'll be giving you another hint as to what bike Adam's going to get. So we'll get up on the bikes and we'll head out. Right, so we're now just outside Tamworth, near Birmingham, Coventry area. We've got about an hour and a half left to go. It's been quite a boring ride really, isn't it? It's not really been that exciting, it's been straight, easy.
intercoms aren't working either.
Yeah, so we've literally got no intercoms, we're just listening to our own music.
Actually, do you reckon I could, do you reckon they'll have like a little tool set somewhere?
Yeah, I can W.H. Smith for us, that one.
Shall I have a look?
Have a look. Just be able to talk then, aren't we?
Yeah, because if I can do that, then
Yeah.
I've normally got a multi-tool on me, but
One day you don't bring one, you need one.
mine's quite lost, so...
Ah, right. Yeah. So we've got about 95 miles left to go. When we get there, apparently there's a few bike being shipped inside the building. There's a race team there. So we should have a nice little bit of walking around to do. A bit of showing you all what we've managed to find up here. But yeah, it's been quite a good ride so far. Like I said, the last part has been a bit boring, but it's we are getting there. It's not as hot as we thought though. It was due to be about 28 degrees today. I've still got a base layer on, a cycling jacket to keep me warm underneath my textile. But I am quite glad that I bought the mesh jacket because it has been at points a bit warm, so at least we're getting a bit of fresh air through our bodies just to keep ourselves going. Although I am getting a bit of an issue with this, it's a bit loose, and I hit about 65 miles an hour, it just vibrates ridiculously around my head and it's caused a bit of a headache. So yeah, hopefully got a half a litre of water, get that down me, and we should be okay to crack on again. Did you make fun, Mum?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
That's a pain. So still no intercoms. But hopefully, like we're saying at the shop, we'll be able to get something. They've got a workshop there, so sure we shouldn't have an issue up there. What else did you say is up there? Did you say it's like a race team or something?
Padgett's actually have a race team, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's World Superbike, could be wrong. But
Right.
they've definitely got a race team up there, so there should be loads of like memorabilia and all that
Sure.
sort of stuff.
So at least we'll be able to have a look around and see what bikes I'd like to get next. This trip has definitely made me want to get some sort of touring stuff, like, because yeah, I love riding the GSXR locally, but when you've been on it for a good 2-3
I think
hours.
what you use a motorbike for, your leisure riding, your commuting and your long holidays with like what you do, I think a bike like that would be a lot better.
It would be a lot easier to, especially like with extra panniers. I mean, I've put a top box on the GSXR, which is removable. It's a great little modification really, because at least I can get stuff off my back and off the tank, throw it straight into the backpack, straight into the top box. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds. Might be able to keep the GSXR, who knows? But
Keep it and get a second bike.
that would be the ideal option. Get one that's like $2,000 or something, and then go from there. Right, we'll catch you guys when we get back onto the bikes and we leave services. See you in a bit. Right, so we're about 10 minutes away from the bike shop. Unfortunately, the weather decided to turn on us and the heavens opened, let's put it that way. Thankfully, being on a sports bike, I managed to lay down and keep relatively dry, but I think Adam got a little bit wet. So yeah, quick toilet break and then just a quick 10-minute drive up to the motorbike shop. And this is it. So we've got almost to Leeds and it decides to rain just as we get there. Thankfully it wasn't the whole way up here, but even still, the amount of rain that we've had is still putting a bit of a miserable turn on the day. But hopefully by the time the bike's picked up, we won't have any further issues with the weather and we can ride home in the dry. Right, so we finally made it to Padgett's Suzuki up here in sunny Leeds. As you can see, it is miserable. It's just started to rain as well. It's not a day to be coming out and collecting the bike. However, we made it, and this is what Adam has got. He's got the Yamaha FZ8. Swapped it for his Triumph Street Triple, which is all the way over there in the distance. No longer his. So yeah, he's going to have a nice comfortable ride home on his new bike, and hopefully a bit more protection as well, because this weather is just vile. So we're going to stop filming here, we're going to pop down the road to Kawasaki, have a quick look in there, probably tempt myself to go get a nice comfy touring bike, because yeah, as much as I love the Suzuki, I am not looking forward to another 6 hours on the road. So we just pulled in at a service station, about 15 minutes away from where Adam picked up his new Yamaha FZ8 phaser. So how are you finding it?
It's super comfy.
Yeah?
Super comfy.
Is it a lot more comfy than the Triumph Street Triple?
The only noticeable thing, like I said earlier when I picked it up, it's got the same power ratio, it's got the same foot-pounds of torque, but it's a little less snappier on the delivery through the throttle.
Okay.
And I'm putting that down to the weight of it, but the weight is so far down forward that it's just so planted.
Nice.
I think you could be scraping your pegs and you wouldn't even have to move in your seat.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
So you're going to enjoy the ride back home then?
Yeah. Much more than you, I think.
Yeah, my back's a little bit stiff, but like I was saying earlier, the jacket is just destroying my ears.
So next week we'll be heading back up to Leeds to pick up a Honda VFR for Rich.
Yeah, I'm seriously thinking about one of those. I'd like to keep the GSXR, but I think at the end of the day, if someone offers me out of that contract, I'll probably do it and go for a more comfier ride, an all-round bike. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what deals are out there at the moment. And I wouldn't mind going up to Macclesfield actually, to the Superbike factory where you got your Fireblade. Yeah. Because that'd be a good. Probably want to stay overnight, I'd say.
Is Macclesfield further, or? Isn't Macclesfield like Manchester?
Yeah, I think it is.
We're past Manchester.
It's just further than Alton Towers, because when we went to Alton Towers, we drove a little bit.
That's Staffordshire.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll probably see a pop-up on the screen in a minute saying exactly where it is.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that'd be one for the cars at some point.
Definitely.
Again, a nice early start would be quite good for that. But yeah, we just finished off a lovely Burger King.
You can't beat a Burger King.
No, good old Burger King. They really get them in service stations now, don't you? Kind of disappeared off the main street. So yeah, we've just got a little bit of coffee and juice left. We'll get back on the bikes, and hopefully the weather improves pretty soon, because up here in the north it is vile. Yet down south, beautiful sunshine, 20 odd degrees. So we want to get down there as quick as possible really, and enjoy the nice weather before we have to go back to work after the end of the weekend. So right, we'll catch you shortly. So we're just south of Rugby now. We've got about 2 hours left to drive. The weather's improved a lot now. We probably haven't had rain for a good 30 minutes, which is quite nice. I think the whole way home now it's just going to be nice and dry. The weather down south is still sunny, so fingers crossed it holds up for the remainder of our journey. It's nice and warm, which is a bonus. Starting to think about taking the undergarment off, but we'll keep it on for the time being, probably till we get to our next services. We've got the A34 to take us all the way back down to the M3. Adam's new bike is going quite well. It looks nice. It's comfortable for him. No back issues. This jacket, I've had to put his Rucker backpack on because the vibration from these flappy shoulders is just driving me insane. I just can't go more than 60 without getting a headache. The GSXR covered in bug splats as always. It is doing its job. It's keeping all the debris and all the crap off of me. So it's been a good ride. I would have I would have liked to have got a bit more footage, but the weather's just not been on our side, so we've had to knock it on the head for the helmet cam and the bike cams. But hopefully by the time we get a little bit further south, we'll be able to pop some cameras on and we'll go for a little tour around Adam's bike. Right, so we finally made it back to our starting destination, starting Scotney Services, just outside of Winchester in Hampshire. And look at the weather, it's perfect again, lovely and warm. It's about 5 o'clock at night, 20 odd degrees, perfect. Completely different from up north. As soon as we hit that northern border, like Adam said earlier, the weather changed and it became the north. Right, so this is the Phaser FZ8. It's a cracking bike. Look at, I mean, the blue, absolutely pearlescent, lovely blue in your face. Got some nice stickers there, just setting it off, breaking that blue up slightly. The Akropovich exhaust, nice carbon fibre. That's one less thing you need to do on the bike. Again, that sets the bike off really well. Got the pillion grab rails, pillion foot pegs. It is a really, really tidy bike. I think you can see from it, for the price you paid and the age of it, you couldn't ask for anything more really. It's a good, comfortable, all-round touring bike.
This is my new bike. It's a Yamaha Phaser 8. I changed this from a Triumph Street Triple R mainly because I need some protection front. Now I'm 6'2", and anything above this doesn't really get any protection, but it's sort of low down that you really need it. What I'll say about this is I was surprised, having had the previous version of the smaller version rather, the FZ6, it's just how smooth the engine is. It is so buttery smooth. The gear changes are just positive there. It's just easy to ride. It's one of those bikes that inspires immediate confidence. If you're looking for your first big bike, I would say this is definitely a contender. The FZ6, I've not ridden an FZ1, but if you're looking for that middle of the road, you want to have some fun on it, you want to ride to work on it, then these types of bikes are definitely the bikes to consider. Literally the only thing I can think of that is not great about this is what I've seen all over the forums and all over the internet when I was researching this bike, and that is the seat. It is squashy to the point that when you're sat on it, it squashes down so much you're sat on the bolts that it's bolted to. But a gel pad will sort that out. Absolutely fantastic bike. Looking forward to getting all my bits and pieces on it, giving it a good clean, sorting out a couple of the rough patches. But what more could you ask for?
What we're going to do now is pretty much go our separate ways. We're done for the day. We're absolutely broken. The ride has been a good, best part of nearly 500 miles. Yeah, 500 miles, 12 hours pretty much in the saddle. It has been a test of who can do the endurance, and we're both broken, absolutely destroyed. But it's been a good day out. That is his new bike, the Yamaha Phaser FZ8.
So the ride up to Leeds to go get Adam's new bike was extremely painful. It was okay for a couple of hours, but then it did get a bit difficult towards probably about the 4th hour. The sat-nav said that it was only going to take about 4.5 hours, but I think we ended up taking about 6 hours to get there, and I'm still on my way home now. And we left at about 1 o'clock. It's now 7 o'clock, so yeah, another 6 hours. It's been quite a long day. I'm absolutely shattered, but it has been a good day. I'm not going to complain too much, although I have realised that a GSXR sports bike is not ideal for going long distance. It is painful. It's not enjoyable. However, it's been emotional. It has been good. So when we left Sutton Scotney, the weather was okay. It was nice and fresh first thing in the morning, as you'd expect, and then towards probably Birmingham way, it started drizzling a little bit, it started getting a bit uncomfortable, and then towards Leeds direction it just changed. The rain came down and it didn't make it for an enjoyable ride. It was pretty pants. The whole time we were up the north it was just vile. It was not a nice day, and apparently everyone down the south has had weather like this all day. Beautiful sunshine. It is still really warm. Anyway, enough about the weather. So what have I learnt today from riding a GSXR all the way up to Leeds? Don't do it. Don't do it at all. No, it's okay. It does get tiring just sitting on a straight motorway for hours on end. That's the part that is not enjoyable. As soon as you get off the motorway and you start going on all the twisty roads, the bendies, it's absolutely fine. But up until that point, it is not enjoyable. As I was saying in my other videos, the Suzuki GSX-R 750 has a service every 7,000 miles. That's its service interval. It is now due its third service. It is now at 20,927 miles. And it's only 3 years old. I have ridden this bike into the ground, but I've looked after it. It's been all around Europe with me, now halfway up and down the country. I think what I will do is get a sports tourer at some point. I do really like the Honda VFR 800. At the moment, that and the Triumph Sprint, they're kind of ticking all the boxes for me. And ideally what I want to do is get the bikes over to Europe again and start doing some more adventures, even in the UK. Do the North Coast 500, that'll be a fantastic couple of days, just cruising around Scotland, hopefully with some gorgeous weather. But as we found out today, it's fantastic weather down in the south, but up north it was horrible. Let's get down the beach, take the beachway home. Unfortunately, Adam's intercom didn't work, so we couldn't talk at all, which that sucked massively. He's going to have to send it back. It's got a loose connection inside it somewhere. Now on his one, I can't remember the name of the helmet, but the intercom is like a cartridge. It slides up into the back of the helmet, which is a really good design when it works, and unfortunately today it did not work. What else did I enjoy about the ride up there and back? Just getting out on the bike, really. It was just a nice, it was hard work, like I keep saying. It was really hard work. It has taken its toll on me riding the sports bike that far. When I went to Europe, we didn't ride for this long. I've been in the saddle since 4:30 this morning. It's now 7:05 at night. Obviously had a few breaks, so all in all it's probably been about 12 hours riding in total, which is a long time on a sports bike. Why is this guy? Oh, nice indicating right at the last minute. Really bugs me. Why don't you just put your indicator on so I know what you're doing, rather than just looking like you're about to stop in the middle of the road for no reason. My friend Biker Jay, check out his YouTube, I'll put the link in the description below. He put up a picture on our WhatsApp group of him eating an ice cream in the countryside whilst we were getting wet, wearing summer jackets, which is not ideal in the slightest. So we just could not wait to get back to south and get this sunshine. Look at that, cracking weather. It looks a bit choppy on the water, but who cares? It's sunny, it's warm, It's 7 o'clock at night. Perfect. So what was difficult about riding a GSX-R for that long? Well, the first thing is when you need a toilet and you're bent over like this on a sports bike, you really feel it. Even the slightest need to go to the toilet is just times it by 10. It is horrendous. Second, after several hours, your legs being bent, they do start to get a bit painful. Especially when you actually stop, you just get like a buzzing sensation through your feet and through your legs. That is a bit weird. You just try and get that feeling, that sensation back into your body. Now my hands, my wrists, they've been okay. Everyone gets a bit like of a dead hand when they're riding a sports bike. You just shake it out. That's no different to riding long distance. My hands weren't a problem. My wrists, no dramas whatsoever with that. My back, nope, no problem at all. My neck. Okay, so this is the thing I find about the sports bike, and I found this in Europe. When you're on a sports bike, you're leaning forward and your head is pulled backwards so you can see. Now I find that it feels like it shortens the back of my neck muscles, which causes, when you're riding it's no problem at all, but it's when you stop or when you look down at your sat nav, at your speedo, you lengthen out those muscles, and you really feel it then. It gets really tight and tender on the back of your neck. So that's another negative to a sports bike on a long ride. Frequent stops are very welcomed. Just stretch out your neck, get your body feeling normal again. The seat, after a while, that did get a little bit uncomfortable. I was shifting backwards and forwards a little bit, but it is a comfortable seat. A couple of hours in the saddle is not going to cause you any problems. All day in the saddle, I think, like any bike, unless you've got a really good gel seat, it is going to hurt. The one thing I did find really frustrating throughout this ride was this jacket. Now this is a held summer jacket. I'm not sure what model of held jacket it is, but it fits perfect. However, the material is it's loose, it's breathable, it's a comfortable jacket. But when you're doing, like I said earlier, about above probably 60 miles an hour, you really feel the wind flapping across your shoulders, and that creates like a vibrating of the air around your head. You know when you've got a car window open in the back, it just creates an imbalance in the air and you get that like wobble feeling in your ears. That's what this jacket created, and it was so uncomfortable. It was painful. It did give me a headache at one point, and I had to go get some paracetamol. It was just unbearable. So on the way back, I borrowed Adam's backpack, popped that on with the straps across my top. That sorted it all out. The downside to that is I have a top box on this bike today. Now with bits in the backpack and the top box, I couldn't lean back, I couldn't sit up straight. It kept me forced forward, which then started to pull down my deltoids and up to my bicep. So that was a bit awkward. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a summer jacket, take it for a motorway run. Do a couple of miles on the motorway, and if it causes you a headache like it did me, take it back. It's not worth it. You are going to use that jacket on a long run and you are going to suffer. So once again, thank you for watching. Really appreciate your support. If you haven't already, click on that subscribe button, ding the bell for notifications so you can see when we upload more videos. We really do appreciate all your support. It means a lot to me and Holly. We're trying to make good content for everyone just to chill out to and enjoy watching. So until next time, take care of yourselves, keep riding safe, and we'll see you soon.